Hey YouTube, there's this channel I've been watching for quite a while, and I think all of you should take a look at it when you get a chance. It's called the Do-It-Yourself World, or the Off-Grid Camper Project. I think the username is the Do-It-Yourself World, but the guy who runs the channel, he has some pretty informative stuff. He's a good educator in a lot of ways. I don't agree with 100% of everything that he does, but then again, you can't really come to 100% agreement on anything that anybody does. There's always going to be something, that you don't care for. But he's really getting attacked a lot by trolls. Really getting attacked by trolls quite a lot. And it's really a shame, because I've actually improved some of the things that I knew how to do by watching and seeing the better ideas that he had on certain things. He got me into dehydrating foods along with the normal regimen of canning stuff that I was doing. And the guy has a pretty legitimate channel, but one of the problems that's occurring now is he has taken on quite an entourage of trolls. And really, people should give his channel a watch, because you'll learn some things. And pretty good guy. It's really a shame the way they're slandering him the way they are, but I guess these things go with the territory. I've had to switch my comments to by approval only now, because some of the trolls that were on his side have decided that they're going to start giving me trouble because I said something in there. And to be honest, I don't want them on my page, so all comments are by approval only now. And if you're going to be an asshole, well, you're not ever going to get on there. I read everything that goes on to the comments, so don't even try. And YouTube has apparently upped its verification process now, because of the fact that trolls are now using multiple accounts to defamate and character assassinate users who have channels. Now you have to provide a phone number to be a verified user, and it's pretty much one account per user. If you don't provide, I think you can do only 2 accounts on one phone number now. But that's good. They needed something. It was getting pretty bad, and the drudgery in his channel, the debauchery there is getting pretty rough. But as many people as are against him, there are quite a few of us that are for him. It's good that he's doing something, he's doing something that he's trying to be helpful to the rest of us, and a lot of his things are helpful. And, there are some things that I disagree with on his channel. The way he's got his solar wired is not the greatest, but he's using what he's got. Checking my postage sign. Let me show you why I don't have the problems that Troy has right now. See that? Will be shot. Now, let me explain to you why that's the way that is. I didn't want to be a hard ass about things like that, but I've had some theft. I've had quite a lot of fuel stolen off this property, and I've had some equipment stolen, and I've had metal items stolen. And that has been the biggest problem, has been the metal scavengers. So I have adopted a policy that if I catch them on the land stealing, or if I catch them on the land anywhere after dark, I shoot first and ask questions later. Castle Doctrine gives you the right in Texas. That's one of the great things about Texas. But yeah, you got to deal with certain things in certain ways. But getting back to that, if you happen to be on the internet, do give him a do give him a look-see. He's got a good channel. There's another one, Man of Many Things. He's pretty cool. He's centered his channel solely on bug-out vehicles, and the one that he's got he calls the SJ, which is the survival Jeep. And he's got some pretty neat things. He's got some pretty cool ideas. You know, to each their own. I don't base everything solely on bug-out vehicle myself. If anything, where we're living, you can see out here, we're pretty much bugged out already. I mean, there's not much further you can bug out without being in the middle of absolutely nowhere. You do have to think practically in these things. If you're going to live where you're going to live, you have to have access to certain things. But we have acreage here. That gives us the ability to plant. That gives us the ability to... we could have livestock here if we wanted it. I haven't gotten into that far. Mostly, we have about a year's worth of food that we're setting back. And we have seeds to plant the next crop when that year's worth of food runs out. The land here is very, very sufficient for that. Have very good soil out here. As you can see by the forest growth and all the underlying indigenous plants that are growing quite well here. In fact, I fight them every other day. And we have trees upon trees. We have lots of pine and lots of other things. So we have resources here. We have deer coming out the... I ain't going to say what they're coming out of, but... we have lots of deer here. It's good hunting. I've hunted here a couple of times. Mostly small game. You know, we have ample rabbits and squirrels and bird life, and... there are just a multitude of things that will provide food. And it's not such a big piece of land that we can't patrol it easily. Which is the other thing, you know, how much land can you manage with the number of people you have? You know. And we do have a bug out plan if things get too bad, so I don't keep any of my real hefty provisions here. They're in a cache elsewhere. And nobody knows about it but me. Not even my family. Because you'd be surprised how many people are your bosom buddy or blood family. And then when the crap hits the fan, how very quickly those kind of things can disintegrate, whether you believe they will or not. So it's very important that you keep some of your stash secret, if not all. I have some set aside for them. And let me tell you, I know a guy who eats, drinks, sleeps, and if he could, he'd probably make love to the stock market. And he's scared senseless right now. He's predicting something bad that's going to happen sometime mid-November. He believes the stock market is going to crash, and not long from now. In fact, he's moving a lot of his assets around even as we speak. So I'm glad I wasn't ever invested in things like that. It's better, I think, to invest in more solid things like extra clothes, food supply, water supply, building materials, and sustainable land. And those tangible assets are very important if you're going to have to get by for an extended period of time without any support. So, it's just so nice out here this morning. Man, we're in the 50s. Sorry. You can tell my attention is drawn. I'm actually paying attention to things that are going on out here. For some reason, things seem strange this morning. Well, strangeness we can deal with. It's that kind of strange. It was that kind of strange all night, man. Every manner of thing out here moves around when they've got enough moonlight. But yeah, all the animals. That's one thing you learn when you're out here in the woods. Pay attention to the animals. The animals have their way of communicating, and if you can pay attention to it, you start to learn things. Yeah. I think last night we had some deer running through here. I was out with my rifle. I was hoping I'd snag something. Can up some venison. Skin it down. Treat the hide. You know, all the usable parts. One good deer, you get one deer and skin it out, dress it out. Make use of all the stuff, all the usable parts. One deer will carry you for a long, long time. Yeah. I'm going to have to get back to y'all. I'm going to have to pause this video for a sec. I will just film some of this as we walk. Don't know what it is, but the animals keep going quiet out here. And it's not for meat. Most of these animals are used to me being out here because I'm out here all the time. But they are pausing in their activities unnaturally. So, well, who knows? But, yeah, give Troy's site a look. He seems to be committed to his purpose to the point that he's thinned down quite a bit since he started. His whole concept was one man, one camper, middle of nowhere, ground zero. How do you survive? And he's been doing things. He's been doing things, experiments. He's been trying different things. He's come a long way since he began. I would say watch all of his videos, and you're liable to learn something. Yeah, we have lots of animals up in the trees this morning, too. It's a cool morning, so everything is active. But we're not super far away from everything like Troy, but we're far enough back there. So my battery has hit 20%, so I'm going to have to pause this segment, and we'll resume this when I get some power on this. My batteries aren't lasting near as long as they used to, but we'll see how long it goes. It should stop recording and shut down when it reaches the end. But it's a pretty long ways back here. I'm actually thinking about building a cabin further back. I've got ample trees, that's for sure. It wouldn't be too difficult to build a 10 by 10 or some such thing. It is rather nice this morning. There's actually a light fog. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but it is visible. Anyway, we're having visitors out not long from now. I was saying we're having visitors out not long from now, and we've got to get this place in good enough shape to house them. That's another thing that's going on. I think they'll enjoy it out here. Most of the people that come out here and they see this place, they want to move out here because it's very peaceful and very quiet. And it does offer you some opportunities for self-reliance that you don't have anywhere else. So, who knows? Anyway, I am back at the homestead, so I will just close this out before my battery dies, and y'all have a good one, YouTube, and stay safe.